Can I do a video? You don't mind, right?
Está bien si ella toma video.
Okay, so what are you guys eating?
This is ahogado. It's a mix of tomato, onion, and ahogado is tomate, garlic, onion, and tomato. And it's fried down into a little paste.
Oh, okay.
Here,
And
you wanna taste it?
with plantains. Yeah, sure.
I'll just give you a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the camera. Okay, and this plant is called.
It's a plantain,
I
Mom.
know, but what is it called?
It doesn't have a name. Oh, patacon.
Patacon.
No, eat the other side.
It is. Interesting.
You like it?
Yeah. That's why I say Africans create the most recipes in the world.
Eso es un poquito de pollo al curry. Ready?
Hi, welcome to Life After 60. So today I made oxtail and curry chicken and plantains and rice, and I brought a plate for Fayola. Fayola, I hope you'll enjoy. Are you gonna eat it now?
I could try it.
Yeah,
We need a
I
fork.
couldn't eat a lot because
no,
Just to taste.
just taste a little bit.
okay.
That's
Try
oxtail.
this.
How is it? Alright, and
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
enjoy it quietly later, right? You brought a bag to put it in. Tiene una bolsa. You need to put it inside that bag or something.
Para
No.
guardarlo.
No.
O para llevarlo a la casa.
¿Ella habla español?
Poquitico.
Because going to school and getting exposed to literature really impacts one's mindset, you know?
You're right.
Yeah, you start to decolonize your mind.
You're right. But even though if you don't know how, let's say, if you don't know how to read,
Yeah.
you can act as a Pan-Africanist. I have a auntie.
Yeah.
She doesn't know how to read.
Yeah.
Never been to school.
Right.
But when my brother went to Bogota to work as a math teacher,
Yeah.
she told him, be careful with the white Colombian girls. And she never read something about blackness and black couples and you
Yeah.
know, Afrocentric relationship.
Yeah.
Never.
But I think the experiences she has had
Yeah.
made her realize that, hey, you know, because
So to me that's blackness.
yeah, it is. It
You know,
is.
like
It
to
is
preserve, like
yeah.
be careful with them.
Yeah.
And my brother was yeah. So now he's married with a dark skinned girl
Yeah.
from Choco.
Yeah.
They met in Bogota. So yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, if you had a message for your fellow Afro diasporians, you know, what would it be?
Brothers and sisters, let's get together. It doesn't matter if you speak Dinka, Wolof, if you speak English, if you speak African, if you speak French, Spanish. Let's get together. Let's find a way to, to connect, to talk about our experiences, because that's something that we miss. We need to do that. We need to tell each other about what you are experiencing in your country, and that's important to build. So y'all welcome in Colombia. Come here. Let's start something and listo. Todo bien.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me give you a nice big hug. Thank you.
Todo bien.
Hi everyone, we're here at La Azotea de la Abuela in Cali, the east side of Cali, Colombia. This beautiful community space behind us, a beautiful azotea garden area. See the view? And we have two lovely people here to converse, so I'll ask them to introduce themselves. So Eddie, can you introduce yourself and say the name of your organization and where you're from?
Yeah, my name is Eddie Moya. I'm from Choco, Colombia, and my organization is Black Choco Tours. And finally, I met Mrs. Dasira. It's a pleasure for me.
Mom, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, I'm Desita, and my channel is Life After 60. And it's really presenting with Eddie because I've been speaking to him for like 4 years. And this is my first day meeting him, so it's really good to meet you.
Awesome. So we have two people from different parts of the diaspora here, one representing Choco, Colombia, and one representing Jamaica and New York from the United States. So I'm curious what you guys would like to ask each other as meeting up for the first time after talking for so many years and seeing each other here in Colombia.
Okay, first of all, I want to ask you, how do you like the black side of Colombia? I know we knew before that there were black people in Colombia, but how is that like? First time you saw a bunch of, a big black population.
Oh, okay.
How was that?
So first I want to let you know that I did not know they have so many black people in Colombia until Naya visited and said, Mom, you don't have a whole lot of black people in Colombia? So I was really curious to come. So last year I came and I was really surprised. I'm like, all these black people here speaking Spanish? Especially I went to Choco and I went to the conference they had. Memories of the diaspora. So I was
From Muntu Bantu.
Ah, yeah.
Yes, I was really, surprised. And after a few days, I actually felt at home. Because when I went to the restaurant to eat, I ordered a meal, although it was in Spanish. And when it came, it was just like a Jamaican meal.
Okay.
It was fish and achiote, or we call it anato in Jamaica, and coconut milk. I was like,
Era un encocado, algo así.
coconut milk, yeah.
En la cosa de la paila.
Yeah, la paella.
Yeah, so
Same.
when I asked the lady, we looked it up in English and she said, yeah, it is. So
Okay.
it was, but that was really nice.
So, you have a question for me?
Yeah, what is it like being black in Colombia?
Okay. No, like I was saying, I feel more proud to be black in Colombia.
What is it?
First I'm black, then I'm Colombian. So that doesn't mean that I hate Colombia. No, don't get me wrong. But I identify myself first as a black person in the world. Because every time I go, people's gonna look at me like a black person. They don't care about if I'm from Colombia, Jamaica, Barbados. They see a black guy. So, yeah. And being black in Colombia, it depends. It depends where you live. I live in a black department, so most people are black. 94% is the percentage of black people. So for me, most people are black, like my family, my friends, the police, teachers. So it's kind of different. You feel like a home. We struggle with the systemic racism, but it's not like so direct. But being black in Bogota, Medellin, I live in Medellin right now, so it's different because you are around mestizos. People call it white Colombian, so it's different. So yeah.
So how different is it in Medellin?
Yeah, it's different because,
Do you feel out of place? Do you feel welcome? Do you feel,
both, there are people like, are nice and, everything, but some people are just the regular racist, And yeah, situations like you are in a bus and you are sitting and next to you the seat is empty and stuff like that. But I used to it.
Yeah.
And also when you are working, sometimes people change the side. And for me, I was the one who was scared. Maybe you as a white Colombian, you were gonna rob me. I was thinking about that, and we were thinking about the same. So, yeah, stuff like that. But so far, it's kind of you gotta know how to navigate that city, and yeah, that's what's sometimes at one time I was gonna apply for a job, and I needed to change my last name because my last name is Blah, like a Cordova is Blah. So for me, if I say Cordova, maybe that's gonna affect the selection. So I changed it. I didn't send in my picture either. So when I got to the interview, it was cool. I didn't get a job, but
You got an interview.
yeah. At least. So yeah, those are the things that we face sometimes as a black person in the bigger cities in Colombia. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: your last name, is it Spanish or African?
No, it's Spanish, but
Oh.
but even though it's Spanish,
Yeah, it's
people know those last name as black last name.
all.
But there are some African last name here in Colombia, mostly in Cauca and part of Valle del Cauca, like Carabalí, Ocoro,
Balanta,
Balanta,
Okay.
Chala.
yeah, Chala.
It's funny you say that, because they recently did a research in America where this white guy, well, I don't think it was white, but someone sent in 20 applications for jobs, right? They had 20 black names, and they had 20 black names and 20 white names.
Uh-huh.
And all the white names got called for an interview, and the black ones did not. So it's
But it was the same resume.
same resume,
Wow.
but it's amazing how we live in different parts of the world and experiencing the same things.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah,
And I never been to the States, but I got a lot of friends.
yeah.
But I've been to Mexico, Panama, Curacao, and how racism manifests itself is different, but it's the same line.
Yeah,
Because some people from the States come here trying to escape racism. Because a lot of them, they say, is less racism here.
Oh, okay.
A lot of
it's more
U.S.
subtle.
American citizens, they say, is less.
Oh, it's less. It's more subtle.
Yeah, it's like, like about police brutality, they don't face that here.
Okay.
It's stuff like that, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But, here the money matters.
Yeah. I
So
get that,
you
yeah.
can be black, but if you have money, you got certain privilege.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's why a lot of them, they find themselves, they're more comfortable here. I understand that.
yeah.
I'm not from there. I don't know how, but for them it's okay, and I respect that. But there's racism here.
Yeah,
Of course.
well, the thing is, I feel that because the system, the whole system in America is racist. It was created with racism. So every facet of America you have racism. So you constantly have to be fighting all the time. And sometimes you become sick because racism is very burdensome. It's heavy. I said racism is heavy and it's burdensome. So a lot of us are sick. High blood pressure, diabetes, all the because the system makes you sick.
And I was reading a book about trauma, racism, stress,
Yeah.
all are connected.
Yes.
So you
Yeah.
can get sick because of experience racism for a period of time.
Yes. Yes. That is true.
And so we're talking about like public. We're talking about something like this big matter
Yeah.
and people are not. Some people are not looking at it.
Yeah, public health, because
Yeah.
I feel like people don't understand, because you know, like when I went to Choco, for example, you know, I just thought when I went to Choco, I just thought about how, okay, so it's a 2.5 hour ride from here, then you get on a boat.
No, when we went to Timbiki.
Oh yeah, sorry. When I went to Timbiki, it's a 2.5 hour ride from Cali. Then you get on a boat for 3 hours in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. I was sitting there, I was like, I can just imagine they bring all these people from Africa and bring them all the way from the bush, isolated. You know, and then slavery ended and they just leave them there, you know? So they had to be struggling to live.
Yeah.
So all those struggles affect your health, your body.
Yeah. And also something I wanted to add is that when Choco happened something like very particular, because Spanish colonizers, they didn't want to settle. So the goal wasn't to settle, to live there. It was to exploit the,
Resources.
Yeah. That's why they did that and then left. So
Yeah.
black people stayed there. It wasn't different in Bogota and in some part of Colombia. So that's why there is there is such a big population, black population in Choco.
Yeah.
And also you cannot see the Spanish influence because they were not living there. So the Spanish influence in Choco is from the Catholic Church
Yeah.
mostly, and the priests, the
Yeah.
pastors that were were like trying to Christianize people.
Yeah.
But they were not living with us.
Right.
Like for example, in Cartagena, they were living. White
Yeah.
people, in black, they were living.
Right.
Even though it was an apartheid, they were living. So in
Yes.
Choco was different. So that's why
Yeah.
there we don't talk about Spanish culture.
Right.
It's kind of different.
And I find also fascinating that after riding up the river 3 hours, right, you could go 3 more hours up, and there are people living like along the bank.
You're talking about Timbiki.
Timbiki.
Yeah.
Yeah, just along the river. And the boats are like taxis, no, everybody's on a little boat.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just can't get over how people were just forced to adapt to that kind of lifestyle,
This is the normal life in transportation in the Pacific coast.
Yeah, but where they came from, they weren't living like that in Africa. That's what I'm saying. They
Yeah.
brought them here and they were forced to adapt to that kind of lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And the government hasn't built any roads or, over all
Yeah.
these hundreds of years.
Yeah.
So when did you become a Pan-Africanist? Yeah. When did you get interested in your African roots?
I don't remember. My thing is, I always like to read.
Yeah.
So I was reading about, history in general.
Okay.
And I ran into Bob Marley, Kwame Nkrumah, and then Marcus Garvey.
Okay. Yeah.
And then it was like Frank Fanon,
Exactly.
Bancos Viejo here in Colombia,
Yeah.
then Patrice Lumumba, then Harlem Renaissance.
Okay.
Then, it was the movement of the Caribbean, from French, Senegal, the Caribbean, like...
Negritude.
Yeah, negritude, from Senghor, stuff like that. And yeah, once you got there, you cannot.
You can't turn
Yeah.
back and get,
So,
yeah.
but then I was part of a Black Collective in Quito,
Yeah.
and yeah, we got together. We talk, 3 times a week. We talk about African history, and it was cool. I feel like really safe and powerful space.
Great.
3 times a week we talk about a topic. We got like say Steve Biko.
Yeah.
Then we got the wife of Marcus Garvey. It's Jennifer.
Amy, Jackie.
Amy Jack. It was two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Amy, Jackie, Garvey, and there's Amy something else Garvey.
Yeah, the same name.
Yeah.
And yeah, then we. And then yeah.
Disculpa.
And then every day was a topic. Then we got Zumbi de los Palmares from Brazil. Then we got Nani,
From Jamaica.
Nani Maroon.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of bunch of people. You know, we got Ontario, Senegal.
Yeah.
You know, and I realized that it was a bunch of black leaders, men and women who are, you know, are being like fighting for our rights. Revolution. So I said, okay, yeah, let's go deeper. So yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. You know, and I think one of the sad thing is, unfortunately, a lot of blacks don't know about our history because a lot of us are not really literate and don't have that zeal for learning because. Okay, so we're at a party with my friends. There's all these plants upstairs. It's like a restaurant. All these herbs. She's gonna do it now.
Is that a green one or a yellow one?
Is that green?
Oh no,
I
it's
think
yellow.
they're all green.
You want a whole cup? Oh, I'm shocked. I'm shocked you want the whole cup.
But that's what they're selling. What is that mga about half?
I don't know. ¿Y qué echan ahí? ¿Qué? ¿Sal? They
Which ones are
put...
gone?
None of those are dogs. Those are not American money. 5. You have a 5 there, man.
Where?
Right there.
Oh. Okay, so I'm in Cali and I'm getting shredded.
You're on the Boulevard de Oriente.
I'm on the Boulevard de Oriente. And I'm getting shredded mango. Maybe it's cups of mango. I think he's making me. You're making me a new one? So these are good?
¿Compra uno de estos o está haciendo
you
otro?
wanna see, you want us to see. I think you want to show me.
Do you want one of these ones?
Oh.
Because I've been
That's
recording.
Oh.
And we don't want to lose the tour. Do you see one that you like? Look.
Okay. Sí, necesito sal. Okay.
¿Están esperándonos? No. Okay.
Okay, look
¿Sí?
guys, shredded mango.
Ah.
Oh, okay, gracias. Bueno. Yeah.
Por Dios.
Gracias.
Ella le recibe. A 5 el vasito, cariño.
Oh wow, this is very creative. Gracias. Looks like spaghetti. Looks like mira.
Muchas gracias.
Por la compra, reina.
Sí, a usted. Huh? Oh, do you want some of the sweet milk? Condensed milk they put on top. Yeah, try.
Why not? Let's go for it.
Dijo, ¿por qué no?
So we have.
Está de visita.
Okay, so we have salt, sweet milk, and that's it, right?
I don't know what else she put there.
What does she put
¿Qué era el otro líquido que usted echó?
limon.
Oh, lemon.
Oh,
Lemon
okay.
juice.
So we have
Okay.
lemon juice,
Lemon juice.
salt, and sweet milk. Okay, let's use combination. Es bueno. Es bueno. Very creative.
Muy creativo,
I
dijo.
mean, the African, you know, wherever he is or she is, they're very creative.
Que el africano, donde sea que esté, es muy creativo.
Muchas gracias.
Yeah, adios.
Gracias.
So this is a 3-seam motor. It's part bike and part bicycle. Oh, does it use gas?
El nombre de Agua Blanca se dio. Bueno, hay varias.
I don't know the name of that instrument. I need to ask this professor. The last time I saw it was a South African plane. Here I am in Colombia, and a Colombian plane with instrument. This is capoeira. Capoeira is played a lot in Brazil, but it came with the Africans. That's why it's played in Brazil.
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Yo siempre, que charlo en ese pedacito, sigan. Yo siempre hago una relación. Y la relación es que los cununos hay macho y hembra, ¿no? Entonces, pensemos en la relación de pareja. Cuando uno llega a la casa, ¿cierto? Y uno encuentra a la esposa un poquito rara. Uno llega y ¿qué hace? ¿Uno qué hace? Uno llega enroscada y uno se hace el pendejo y uno le pregunta ¿qué te pasaba? ¿Qué te pasaba? ¿Qué te pasaba? ¿Qué te pasaba? Y entonces la mujer que le responde a uno y con cara de palo, ¿no? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Eso no es? Bueno, ustedes son muy niñas, ustedes son unas niñas que no son así, ustedes son las que preguntan. Ah, bueno, sí, las parejas que son parejas. ¿Usted sí pregunta por qué? Ella no. ¿Usted? Pregunta qué te pasa hoy.
Tienen que hablar duro. Talk louder.
Okay, hola.
Hola,
¿Cómo está?
muy bien, gracias.
Okay,
Mi nombre es Edgar Mosquera Pedro.
what's his last name?
Su apellido.
Mi apellido son Mosquera, pero yo debería ser Balanta por mi abuelo que no quiso dar el apellido. Pero yo tengo sangre Balanta.
He was saying that one of his last names should include Balanta, but one of his grandfathers didn't want to pass it down. So he just has the last name Mosquera.
Oh, so Balanta is an African last name?
Silencio, estamos grabando.
Preguntó si Balanta es un apellido africano.
El pueblo de Balanta está en la parte de Guinea-Bissau. Es un pueblo. No es aquí en Colombia entra a ser un apellido, pero en Brasil es un pueblo, el pueblo de Balanta. Ellos vienen de más o menos a orillas del río Nilo, de lo que es Sudán y todo eso, según la historia que uno va leyendo, porque aquí hubo un encuentro, aquí en Villarrica, un encuentro de los Balanta. Entonces lo que cuentan es que ellos están en las orillas del río Nilo, se desplazan y ellos llegan ahí a esa parte de Guinea-Bissau, pero en la palabra Balanta es mandinga. Ellos los mandingas que les colocan a ellos los Balanta,
Sí.
porque los Balanta es los que resisten.
Okay, so he's saying that the last name is African. Right now you can find that the last name technically stands for an ethnic group, so it's a name of an ethnic group that was created into a last name in Colombia. And the history, you know, the mythology and history says that the Balantas were at some point along the Nile River, and then Sudan and all of that, and then they disbanded and spread towards West Africa. And the Mandingas named the Balantas Balantas, you know, like, because you can't name yourself, sometimes you get named by somebody else because they differentiate you from themselves. So the Mandingas gave them that name because it means resistance.
Oh, okay. So I'm also curious because the last time, what's the name of the instrument you're playing?
¿Qué es el nombre del instrumento que estabas tocando?
El nombre del instrumento se llama berimbau. Es un instrumento que ese instrumento que tenía de esa estructura, de cómo se construyó, fue en Brasil. Porque en África hay muchas variaciones de él. En Brasil es que lo coloca de alambre. En Brasil era como una cabulla. En África era como una cabulla. El calabazo se le agrega en Brasil. En África el calabazo era la caja de resonancia, era la boca. Entonces colocar instrumentos en la boca y tocaban. Entonces hay muchas variaciones. Por eso es que la gente dice que ese instrumento es africano. Y llega a Brasil. No se sabe más o menos en qué época, pero él llega para los comercios, digamos, para las cosas de ventas, de mercado, y no se sabe en qué momento se vincula la capoeira.
Okay, so the instrument is from Africa. In Africa, it's played a little bit differently. So, for example, the different parts of the instrument are different. There's a lot of variations of the instrument, but the instrument that he has right now is one that's constructed in Brazil.
Oh.
So the Brazilian one, it has different variations based on the new climate and context coming from Africa to the new Americas. And he said that it came via like commercial trade, and they don't know exactly when. Ciao. Mucho gusto. They don't know exactly when it started being ciao. Gracias. When it started to be incorporated into the capoeira, but it became linked with capoeira, the martial art, at some point.
Oh, because last year I was at Petronia, and there was a South African artist that came from South Africa and was playing
Eswatini.
Eswatini. She was playing that instrument. So when I saw, I'm like, they play that in Colombia? So where did you learn to play?
La primera vez que vio un instrumento similar es cuando la chica el año pasado de Petronio vino de Eswatini y ella tocó. ¿Usted la vio?
Sí.
Ella tocó y hasta que ella estaba buscando a alguien que toque, y yo no sabía que usted tocaba eso porque estaba buscando a alguien que tocaba este berimbau para ayudarle a entonarla. Pero y ella pensó que aquí en Colombia lo tocaban como en Brasil, pero como no es tan común en Colombia. Pero ni me di cuenta de decirle, ay, sí, conocemos a alguien que sí.
Escuché que alguien estaban buscando, pero yo pensé que había ido otras personas.
Could you explain
No.
in English what you were explaining to him?
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Y por eso estaba diciendo que cuando ella la vio tocando ese instrumento que proviene de las partes sur de África, ella pensó como que, ay, qué raro que está aquí en Colombia, que por qué tú estás tocando. Entonces quería preguntar cómo llegaste a tocar este instrumento. What I was saying isn't what you were saying. I was just saying that I just forgot that he plays the instrument because the lady last year was looking for somebody who played it to help her tune it. Oh. And I forgot that he knows how to play it. Yeah. But I just said what you said, basically.
Okay.
Pues realmente yo aprendo a tocar el berimbau por la capoeira, por todas las variaciones.
¿Aquí
de
en
los-
Colombia?
aquí en
Oh,
Colombia.
wow.
He viajado a Brasil también, pero todo lo que sé tocar del instrumento y todo lo que sé de percusión me lo ha dado la capoeira, que he visitado otros talleres de otras cosas, percusión folclórica atlántica, pacífica, percusión latina, que es lo de salsa, es acá. Pero sí he estado investigando bastante el instrumento.
So he's been learning about the instrument for a very long time. He learned most of what he learned here in Colombia, but he has traveled to Brazil to study as well. And he's also studied different types of percussion from the Pacific, the Atlantic, from other parts of Latin America like salsa, percussion. But he's been really interested in studying this instrument.
What do you think it's important to maintain the African culture? Because I know we've been over here like 700 years. Why do you think it's important to continue maintaining our roots?
¿Por qué piensas que es importante mantener la cultura y las raíces africanas como nosotros estamos aquí unos 400, 500 años? ¿Por qué es tan importante para usted mantener las culturas?
¿Por qué es importante
africanas
para mí? Pues primero que todo hay que ubicarse en este territorio. Digamos, Valle del Cauca tiene mucha conexión con toda la parte ancestral de la historia de la... Niñas, niños. Tiene mucha conexión con la parte ancestral de los palenques, los quilombos. Aquí está cerca, está el palenque del quilombo del mulato Pablo, que está hacia el norte del valle, está Puerto Tejada y así sucesivamente están los palenques. Esa forma de estructura, de cimarronaje, de toda esa resistencia, hay que mantenerla. ¿Por qué? Porque si no la mantenemos empezamos a repetir la misma historia. Somos un pueblo que venimos de una lucha de libertad y por el simple hecho que hayamos conseguido la abolición de las cadenas no quiere decir que conseguimos la libertad. Seguimos luchando, seguimos luchando. Entonces, si usted no visita el pasado, ¿cómo va a construir el futuro?
So he's saying if you don't visit the past, how are you going to construct the future? And you know, yes, these traditions are African, but also they're rooted here in this territory with the people that they were enslaved with, right? So if you think about, for example, all the maroon villages that they have in nearby, there's a maroon village named after the mulatto Pablo. There's Puerto Tejada that used to be a maroon village called Monte Oscuro, no? Villarrica, there's all these places nearby that used to be maroon communities. And so, although slavery was abolished, there's still a fight for liberty and freedom.
Vean, ve, yo tengo que interrumpir porque aquí no me puedo quedar. Y ahora te dar pico. Vean, ve. Ahí estamos hablando, gracias.
Okay, so we're in the streets after a concert, so everyone is excited, okay? So our video will be very colorful.
Last question, I think.
Oh, last question. Okay, so if you have a message to your fellow diasporians, what would it be?
Si tienes un mensaje para compartir con otras personas negras de la diáspora, ¿qué compartirás?
Que es muy rico y me pasó, es personal, es muy rico visitar esa ancestralidad. Digamos, es muy rico meterse en los territorios, visitar los territorios, hablar con los adultos mayores, esas historias de cómo eso, porque cuando uno visita o conoce esa historia, entiende mucho de lo que está pasando, entiende mucho de cómo se forma la ciudad, empieza a comprender por qué hablamos así, por qué nos movemos así. Cuando uno practica capoeira, cuando uno practica esgrima de machete gordo, para mí es la mejor forma de concentrarse con la ancestralidad. ¿Por qué? Porque esas dos prácticas que son afromarciales, esas luchas para conseguir la libertad. Entonces, si nos vamos hacia el tambor, pasa lo mismo. Si nos vamos al baile, digamos, pueden estar escritos en los libros, todo lo que quiera, pero cuando usted lo vivencia, cuando usted baila, cuando usted canta, cuando usted hace capoeira, cuando usted hace esgrima, usted siente realmente la conexión con ese viaje diaspórico que hicieron nuestros antepasados.
Gracias. So he's saying that his message is that it's important to visit these places where these different traditions and practices are practiced. So for example, the capoeira from Brazil, or the esgrima de machete y bordón, which is from Colombia. These are old Afro martial art practices that were African practices that enslaved Africans brought here and developed in the Americas. And it's important to go to these places, visit with the people, talk to the elders, and see what it's like for yourself, because you can read it in a book as much as you want, but it's something very different if you talk to people, see it in real life, and live it with your own skin. And you can understand better how people talk, how people move, how they make things taste and smell based on going to the places and not just reading everything in a book. So he encourages everybody to go and visit different places where you'd like to learn about different ancestral practices.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Oh, we should show the instrument, right?
Sí, but they took it down.
Oh, they took it apart.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have a picture. Okay, but thank you very much. And although we cannot communicate, I don't speak a lot of Spanish, and you don't speak a lot of English. We're still Africans, you know. Different trip, different shit. So thank you very much. This is my first time seeing you play the instrument, and I hope to see you again.
Dijo que aunque muchas gracias, y aunque no hablan de la misma idioma, es importante que se conectan como personas africanas o afrodescendientes, que llegamos desde el mismo lugar, pero en diferentes botes, a diferentes partes. Entonces, se emocionó que vio este instrumento por primera vez aquí en Colombia y quiere verlo de nuevo, ojalá con usted. Y muchas gracias de nuevo.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Llama y conectados.
Sí.